Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong. Because right now, you can get huge savings on our most popular models, including our adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe and Santa Fe Hybrid models. Or go all-electric and choose from America's most awarded EV lineup, like the breakthrough Ioniq 5 or Ioniq 6. So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a great deal. Only during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Disclaimer. Morning Crankers is not responsible for coffee snorts, keyboard drool, awkward public laughter, spontaneous twerking, or any texts you regret after listening. Side effects may include joy, confusion, and the realization that your sense of humor needs therapy. If symptoms persist, don't call us. We're not that kind of show. Now then, good morning. You half-awake, chaos-loving, life-on-hard mode, champions of Earth. This is Morning Crankers, the show that slaps harder than a grandma with a fly swatter. Jokes are fresh, filters are off, and dignity left the chat hours ago. So grab your caffeine, hug your poor decisions, and brace yourself for the ride. Welcome to Morning Crankers.
And that's right. We are here on Hans.
And I'm Grad.
And we are here on Morning Crankers to bring you some of the best things that you'll hear today. However, we don't want you basing your life choices off of what we say. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Come on, cranks and crankettes. Let's crank the show up.
Oh, yeah. You know, I'm kind of getting into this a little bit. Kind of reminds me of Johnny Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel it. It's like when we first started out on this show.
Yeah, it is. You know, that's where I think we belong. It's that feeling that, like, man, I can't wait to hear Morning Crankers in the morning, you know, to talk about everything from your burnt lip when you hit the bump for the road that sucks from all the taxes you pay that they don't spend on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and where your butt cheeks hit the ground, and then you got these little crevices all over your butt. Look like the moon.
I'll just take your word on that.
Yeah, you can take my word on it. I've been hit pretty hard by the IRS. But anyway.
Yeah, no, I think everybody has.
I know.
But, like, do you ever feel like it's, you know, without lube?
It is. It is. I feel like my butt is like crater cheese.
Well, as long as it doesn't smell like, you know, like a Chevelle on an old back highway when you were 16 years old. And, you know that smell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't smell like that.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't.
Today is National Lottery Day, you know.
And I don't mind playing it, but I haven't played it since I moved.
Well, here's the thing. You know, I'm so grateful that the U.S. government can institute legal gambling, and you know, because most of the people that play are the very poor people because there's some sort of hope there.
Yeah,
but
it's hopium.
Well, the people that win, how many poor people have you ever seen that won the lottery?
I've seen a lot more high middle class.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think you're right about that. But you know what? The government. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They can kiss our, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah. Arse,
as I say. Yeah. I got to keep it clean.
So you're kind of up there in Scandinavian Viking land now. What are you thinking?
Yeah, my name fits up here really good. Everybody, and I've ran into about 8 people that already have recognized me, and
right,
you know, just from mentioning our show and stuff.
Well, I mean, you went to this concert, and you went up and you talked to the people, and here they're crankers. They listen to the show.
Yeah, the drummer did. Yeah.
Well,
awesome band.
Is the drummer the person that keeps everybody in line, or is it the bass player?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I'd say the bass player.
So what you're saying is Nikki Sixx is going to tell John Bonham what to do?
I don't think so.
Okay.
John Bonham rules.
Band. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like if they were together. But
yeah.
So it's National Lottery Day. I mean, I don't play the lottery. I don't have the money to lose, if you know what I'm saying.
I hear you there.
It's also peach ice cream day.
Not
you're
too bad.
Into ice cream. Are you a peach ice cream guy?
I do. I'll eat it once in a while.
See, I remember when I was a kid, and I would come home, and my mom got on this health kick, and she would get the yogurt. Do you remember the Dannon yogurt? It had blueberry or strawberry or
Yeah.
My favorite was peach. Okay.
Okay.
And my mom was not too much into like today. Kids get dessert after every meal.
Right.
We weren't like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Usually, if I had an after-school snack, it was like something pre-made, and it was like peanut butter on celery with raisins on it. That was a sweet treat, you know?
Right.
So what I did was I took the peach yogurt, which was my favorite, and then I would put it in the freezer, and I would hide it.
Right.
And that way I could enjoy peach ice cream, but, you know, I thought I was really fooling her. But my mom kind of had the last laugh in that because it was still pretty healthy for me. You know what I mean?
Well, most certainly, yeah. The peaches was what make it healthy.
Yeah, well, I mean, yogurt in general is healthy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, yeah.
You know, you got to have the culture. You know
I'm
what
not a fan of yogurt, but yeah, you know that.
Well, yogurt culture, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean.
I eat yogurt still to this day, and that's why I don't have big craters and dimples in my butt like you do.
Like I do. Yeah, I admit it.
Okay, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I mean, could you imagine in a world where Gred doesn't have dimples in his butt?
Oh, my.
Yeah. I want you to announce to Morning Cranker Land about the goodness that's coming to Hulu.
The goodness that's coming to Hulu. Finally, one of the greatest cartoons ever to be made next to Beavis Butthead would be King of the Hill. Oh.
Can you announce that in like a King of the Hill sort of way?
Oh, yeah, man, I'll tell you what, man, we are going to be starting it back up soon, man. You know what I mean, man?
How about a different way?
A different way.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, we can do it that way. No problem, Hans. I cannot wait till we get that and we can stand around and drink our Alamo beer.
You know what I'm excited about is Bobby is grown up and Bobby's doing his own jobs. And the short views that I've got of it, Bobby seems like he's stealing the show a little bit away from his old man.
Oh, nice.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I can see him being extremely funny. Like, imagine Bobby trying to be the King of the Hill.
That's going to be something.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
That's when puberty hits.
Well, it's also Tropical Fruit Day. Ooh. Okay, what's your favorite tropical fruit?
Pineapple, I would say.
Pineapple's pretty good.
I love pineapple. Fresh pineapple.
Right. Okay, so pineapple, banana, kiwi. Go.
Ooh, kiwi's pretty good. I love kiwi.
And it's very, very good for you.
It is. I wish they were bigger. You know what I mean? You got to eat like 3 of them.
You're not supposed to talk about your last date.
That's right.
Well, you know, and I don't know if you said that or she said that, but.
Well, I think she probably would have said that 3 times.
It's also National Sour Candy Day. I'm not that big. I mean, when we were in school, okay, kids today think that they're cool because we got sour candy. Well, obviously, they don't know that we were in the era when Warheads first hit.
Began. Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, yeah. They began when I was in high school, I think.
Yeah, and back then they had a little bit more of the powder on them. You remember that? The blue ones?
Yep. Yeah, and they were more potent.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Today, these kids don't even know what sour candy really is.
Yeah, that's the sissified version of what we went through.
I can remember taking one of the Warheads, and it was a blue one.
Yep.
And remember they came in the packets? There were one in a packet?
Yep. The little tiny, I don't know, how would you say it? Octangle? I don't know. It's a weird little shape.
Gretish. Yeah, tiny little Gretish. Okay.
Gretish shape, yes.
I ripped the top off, and I poured the actual lozenge and the powder in my mouth. And I remember it felt like my tongue locked up.
Yeah. Felt like, you probably got a lockjaw, right?
Yeah, it was. It was something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You know.
Yeah.
We got some weird news today. We got some good news today. We got some I want to ask you news today. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Okay, so let's just get the stank that's flying around America right now. Can we get the stank out of the way?
Oh my gosh, there's a big stank in the way right now.
Well, there's stank. There's stank all over, and I'm not very happy with this administration right now. Can I say that?
You're more than welcome. I'm not happy either. So
these,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Thank you.
That's right.
This is a good thing. Okay, the House is poised to okay Trump's $9 billion cut to public broadcasting and foreign aid. And keep in mind, this foreign aid isn't the foreign aid that feeds children that need hunger, because that never gets to them anyways. That goes to the warlords and the other corrupt politicians across the world.
Well,
we're talking about totally useless gay Sesame Street crap that shouldn't be publicly funded. That type of foreign aid.
Right.
And public broadcasting. Now, here's the thing. If it's public broadcasting, don't you think that they should have some sort of centrist ideology, like, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you can have
middle of the road. I don't get why it's not middle of the road. You think PBS, public broadcasting television, basically it's like, you would think being public, you would be centrist on your viewpoints. You can't be one-sided.
Okay, so now some people say, well, it is centrist. Okay, and here's what I'm going to say.
No, it's
Bill Maher came out and said, here's the deal. My wife was the CEO of public broadcasting. She was the one who made the decisions. And he's like, enough of the
right.
Okay, it's not. It's left-leaning. And as a matter of fact, it's way left-leaning. Okay, now, but here's the other side of that. If he's going to defund $9 billion to cut public broadcasting, is there anything on public broadcasting right now that you think is beneficial for America?
There is nothing beneficial that's on there. Oh, well, only when they do like the nature shows. Other than that, everything else is apolitical, one-sided.
Long live Marty Stauffer.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That was a good show.
Well, that was kind of public broadcasting the way public broadcasting was meant to be.
Should have been. Yeah, and should have stayed. That's the problem. It never stayed. It, left the building years ago.
Yeah, well, I mean, it kind of irritates me that people are making a big deal out of this. Like, he's taking away something that's beneficial to the people of the U.S. Because I could actually create a public broadcasting system that I think would be good for the American people. How about this? How about a story with a fox and a turtle, okay?
Right.
And this is a kid's show. And in this kid's show, they're going and doing fun things that aren't political whatsoever, and they're teaching the kids how to read, write, do math. How about that?
Yeah. Instead of having, time, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, down. You know what I mean?
I agree.
So, okay. How about this? Let's go to the older category, because they're saying, well, anybody could do a, non-political, kid show. How about this? How about they make a gardening show?
Right.
And they teach people how to garden organically outside of the windows of their apartments so they can save a little bit of money and they can have stuff that's better for them. Is that political?
No, I don't think it's political. I think it's just called smart investment in your own family.
Okay, yeah. So now we have a gardening investment. Let's make another show, Greg. How about this?
Right.
How about we make a show that says, if you bring in this much, this is how much you should spend. This is how much you should save. This is what type of yield you should expect. Like financial 101 for America.
Like Wall Street 101. Yeah.
I mean, is that political? I mean, would it be considered racist because we're talking about money?
No, it shouldn't be. No, what's racist about money?
Math is racist. Is math racist or no?
It shouldn't be.
You're right. Well, is dumbing down the American public racist?
They make us sound that way, but we're not. The majority's not.
Okay, let me do this.
Yeah.
And let me say one thing. What I'm talking about here is common sense. How about making a show called Common Sense Has Left the Building?
I think that one started years ago, and I think you were the star of that one.
Yeah, I think so. And speaking of that, just give me 1 second.
You're locked into Morning Crankers, where the jokes hit harder than your last relationship. And topics are somewhere between brilliant and legally actionable. Go to morningcrankers.com to join the chaos. If this show doesn't make sense to you, don't worry. Intelligence isn't for everyone. Look for Morning Crankers podcast on all of your favorite podcast apps and morningcrankers.com.
I couldn't have said it better myself, bro.
I agree. I couldn't agree more.
There's something with the dumbing down of America. And if you're wondering if I'm talking about you while you're listening to this, keep wondering.
Right. Fact.
Here's the thing. We need to save money in this country. I don't want anybody to suffer. I really don't.
Me either. I mean, that's not what America's about.
Yeah, I don't care what color you are. I don't care who you have in your bedroom at night. I don't care about any of that stuff.
Nope.
The only time I do care is when you come at me.
Yeah.
If I'm threatened or my way of life is threatened or my family's way of life is threatened, that's the only time. And I'm not out there threatening anybody else.
No.
Yet. You know what I'm saying? Yet.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only human.
Yeah, exactly. You can only be pushed around so long.
How about this? One of these days we got to do a song again, right?
Oh, we do.
Yeah. And I'm saying I just had this brilliant idea of it's one of those. I'm only human. How about that for the name of the song?
Yeah, there we go.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, we're creating gold right here, brother.
Might as well. Hey, we already wrote a few already. Let's write another one.
So the reason that we've said all that is to say this, okay?
Yes.
America is in a bad spot right now. Probably one of the worst spots that we've ever been in, at least with the country being divided about hot topic issues, right?
Right. Yep.
Okay,
Nope.
And I don't necessarily think that it's the people doing that. I think it's a damn dirty government.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, I really, really believe it's the media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just going to leave it right there.
Yeah.
Pretty angry.
I agree with you. But here's the thing: we could be Denmark. You know, Denmark, the place that everybody wants to live, and it's so great, and you can walk everywhere because you have to be on a list for years to get a car. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
And they only take 64% of the money you make to live there. But
only wow.
Yeah, and you can go to school there for free, right? You know what I'm saying, right? That's what we hear here. Okay, yeah. I don't know how true that is. But there's a story that we should think about because we could be Denmark, which wouldn't be good. Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good.
Denmark has to rent air defenses as it rushes to rebuild its national missile shield. What do you think about
that? Borrowing money from another country just for survival. That's what it sounds like. And basically, it's desperation mode, it sounds like, for them, the Dens.
So listen to this. You remember when the UN, I'm having a hard time saying UN because it's not, there is no UN anymore. It's the UN. You know what I mean? You know where I'm going. The UN. Yeah. Okay, so the UN has now decided it's opted to procure, meaning get 3 different types of ground-based air defense systems from Germany, France, and Norway because it needs to urgently fill critical air defense gaps. And we don't know why all of a sudden they feel this urge, but we do know this. The decision has now came 2 decades after Denmark and the UN decommissioned its ground-based air defense capability in 2005 in an attempt to focus more on social international operations.
Sounds like Operation Preparation H hands.
What are social international operations, Greg. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
what do they come up with this stuff, Hans? Just
how about let's just get to the nitty gritty of this? How about they wanted to focus on socialism to provide the UN the stuff that they needed to push their agenda and say how great they have it there, right?
They suck. I mean, unsuck.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Well, they suck worse now from unsuck. It's like a wife that doesn't do that. You know, she's you know,
they're like a succubus.
Well, yeah. Incubus, succubus, whatever.
Yeah.
But
Constipationness.
The void left by the social international operations has left the Scandinavian country vulnerable to potential missile attacks. And the thinking in Copenhagen goes, as a short-term solution, they want to rent this stuff from Germany, France, and Norway. Now, could we be in this situation if we allowed the craziness to continue?
Yeah, we could be in this mix. We don't want to be there. Germany, France, and the underpants. You know what I mean? Of this whole operation.
For sure. Here's the thing. If I was a dictator, a bad communist dictator from around the world like we've seen throughout history, right?
Right.
The weird part is I would be looking at America for a way to get in, to take our stuff, to be in charge. But Denmark,
I guess they marked the UN spot.
I mean, is Denmark even a pimple on the world stage's butt big enough to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're making their mark with the UN right now, Hans.
I mean, I love the Danish people. You know what I mean? I'm part Dane myself. You know what I mean?
Right. They make good food, that's for sure.
Well, they do. But what I'm saying is, this is what happens when you allow the crazy wings
socialism
of this ideology. And socialism is just a bridge to communism. And communism can be authoritarian. It can, but it's never this. It's never ran by the people.
Never.
Right? So over there, now you're going to bring all this stuff back that's military-ish. Does that make sense? Okay. After you've established the 64% or whatever crazy number it is in taxation over there. And I think that if you start doing this, in the name of safety, some of your freedom's going to be shrunk down. And now they have, this military-ish system coming. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you smell what I'm putting down?
I do. Sounds like a Danish roll.
Yeah, well, hey, it is
They're
what it is.
We're going to roll out the communism.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I'm sorry. I hope the Danish
Danes
offended, but I can only say it like I see it, brother.
Yeah. I wish I could say you guys were Great Danes right now, but you're not.
Yeah, and you know what's weird about that? Like, if you say, well, what is Denmark famous for? And people will say Great Dane. And actually, Great Dane was actually a German dog that the guy thought that it was from Denmark, but it was from Germany. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, I don't know.
The guy didn't know he didn't speak the right linguity or something,
Yeah. Well, hey, sorry, Denmark. We love you. But if you need help running some of that stuff over there and need a little bit of common sense, send this show, which is morningcrackers.com, go send it to your leaders.
That's right. Get on your mark and get set to send it right to them, right to their desk.
We want to talk to your leader.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Speaking of that.
Yep.
Oddities. Okay, we love talking about oddities around here, right?
We do. All kinds of oddities.
Yeah, all kinds of them. Felix Baumgartner is the first skydiver to fall faster than the speed of sound.
Wow.
Now, well, that was 10 years ago, and he died in a crash Thursday on the coast of Italy.
Ooh.
Could you imagine that? Like, he's probably, if he's in Italy, my guess is he's probably not driving a Ferrari. Because I think I mean, I know they're Italian, but you know what I'm saying. I don't think they sell a whole lot of Ferraris in Italy, do they?
Yeah, they probably sell more Bugattis.
Well, I was thinking MG.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's probably trying to be James Bond or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Anyways, Felix Baumgartner, unfortunately, he died in a crash on the eastern coast of Italy, which, I mean, but the guy, you know, was going, and this is just the irony of life sometimes. The guy was going faster than the speed of sound, and he probably died going less than 45 miles per hour.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, does that seem weird?
It does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, I just had this pop up in my email, and I don't know why, but it shows the top photos of thrilling moments and close calls at Spain's San Fermin Bull Running Festival.
Oh, wow.
Okay, we were talking about mental illness not too long ago. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
Have you seen these guys and the size of these bulls?
I have.
Are running.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The running of the bulls is one of the craziest events in the world.
Like, I want to be one of the people in the windows, like on the third floor looking down.
I want to be on the top of the building. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, well, what would possess somebody to want to face off against a 2,000-pound ball of muscle that has an attitude?
I guess somebody that's looking to make it to the graveyard quick, I guess.
I mean, that's kind of crazy. But there's
suicidal.
More crazy stuff, and I don't know about suicidal, but there's more crazy stuff going on in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, up there in the land of giants where you're from, Norski land, okay?
Yeah.
The land of cheese, okay?
Yes.
The land of the Green Bay Packers, the world champion Green Bay Packers, okay? Maybe a couple of years ago, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a while. But
there's bugs, okay, up there that are killing elm trees.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's different bugs all over the world that are doing horrible, horrible damage to the ecosystem, right?
Yep.
Check this out. I bet you never heard of this. In Hungary, the oldest library in Hungary, which has some of the oldest books in on the planet, right?
Yeah.
Is trying to save 100,000 books from a beetle infestation.
Oh, wow.
Okay. How does this stuff start?
I think it's scientifically modified the ecosystem too. I believe that they put stuff out there and to cause harm to our ecosystem.
Yeah, it is very angering that we have these problems, even though it shouldn't be angering at all. You know what I mean? Right. But you know, something that we should be angry about is I want your opinion on the homelessness pandemic that's happening across the country.
It's bad. I just talked to my folks here not long ago, and they said they've got a problem with it. And my little town used to never have that problem, but it's just, I think it's gotten bigger everywhere, and it's sad. Small town USA is getting affected by it now.
Okay, so down here, I mean, there's more homeless than up by you.
Yeah.
But I found out today that NGOs are actually paying for homeless to come here to go to like these rehab centers that are totally voluntary, right?
Yeah.
So they get paid to bring them up here. They go to them for a couple days, and then they're like, you know what, I don't want to be here. And they leave, and then they're homeless in this area.
Wow.
Okay. I went out to eat the other night. I walked outside at the restaurant, okay? It's supposed to be a healthy eating place, you know, good atmosphere, cheap prices. You know what I'm talking about, like the good old American thing.
Oh, yeah, Americana.
Walk outside, and my wife grabs my daughters and stops them from running because there's two heroin addict, zombified meth head people sitting there, like pushing shopping carts of, you know, some stolen goods, some stuff they've just kept for a while.
Right.
But they're like hung over, like the thing in zombie state.
Jeez.
Get in the car. I'm not very happy about this, right? Get in the car, coming home. There's a guy laying in the ditch. Okay. Guy laying in the ditch, passed out from whatever he was on. Who knows? And then I go a little bit further, and you know exactly where this is because you've been to the studio here a million times.
Right.
Where they walk in with all the stuff, and there's two homeless people carrying a couch into the woods.
Oh, wow. So they got an internment camp that they created for themselves.
Well, I kind of feel like it's like the Beatles in the books in the library, except these are human beings. And, you have to have some sort of empathy for that,
right.
And I do. But how do you fix that problem when the government doesn't want to tackle it? I mean, they've tried out in California, Washington and stuff, well, let's just make everything legal. And if you make it legal, everything's going to be safe, except for the kids that are going and playing in parks and stepping on needles, but we don't want to talk about that. And then they'll lecture us like, these people have real problems, and we want you to feel bad for them. And I'm like, you know what? Damn, I do feel bad for them. Well, let's come up with a solution so everybody else isn't constantly dealing with them.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
No, that's not the wrong thinking. That's the right mentality on it. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for them too, but it's like, how did they get in that situation in the first place?
Right. It's like
it had to be an addiction, or it's either addiction or they just didn't want to work their whole life. I mean, it comes down to a couple of things, really.
You're 100% right. You remember when we were kids, try the San Francisco treat. Boom, boom. Remember that commercial?
Yeah, Rice or Arnie.
Yeah,
Yep.
And when you thought of San Francisco, you thought of two things. Fun trolleys, and you thought of the 49ers, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. When you think of San Francisco today, like right now, if I say, what's the first thing that pops in your head?
Feces
Maps on where to go and where not to go from the feces that are left there by the people in San Francisco.
The homeless.
That have problems, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's literally what you think. So I'm thinking to myself today, how far have we slipped as just regular people that we allow that? I mean, there's kind of like a little bit of ego in that, like we allow it, but
right. I mean, there's got to be some immorality there, I mean, it is. It's just it's so immoral when they do that, and it's not even the homeless people. They say it's young people just doing it. You know how young people want to show off. So I heard that's a lot of it too.
So, like, what do they have? Dookie contests, like.
I guess.
You eat this pepper, I'll eat that pepper.
We're going to play a game of Dookie Howser, MD. Let's see which one cannot go to the hospital first. Yeah. I don't know. I have no clue.
So let me ask you, if you had to watch movies again, would you watch House or would you watch Doogie Howser? Because they're both about doctors. One's a drug addict.
House.
Genius.
Probably House. Only because the late wife used to watch that.
I think it's kind of funny with what he says. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyways. Yeah, it is what it is. Springfield, Missouri, out of all places, the downtown businesses are literally speaking out about the homelessness because it's that bad.
Well, at least some of the government's talking then, locally, anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're trying to get through to the government, but if the NGOs are getting paid and the government officials are getting NGO kickbacks, do you think anything will ever get done? Do you think the problem will actually get solved?
The problem's not going to get solved. It's going to get swept under the rug like half of everything else in our government, or over half of everything in our government. It's more like it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
3/4.
I think you're right, but it really sucks.
And it does.
Yeah. So, finally, this is all I got today, man. This last story, I want to get you what you think about it. The mushroom murder trial.
Yeah.
A jury finds an Australian woman deliberately killed lunch guests with poisoned beef Wellington using mushrooms.
Ooh.
What do you think? I mean, does she get an A for effort because of ingenious it was?
Yeah, it's a genius move.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know what else to say. I mean, that's it's pretty untouchable from there.
Well, I mean, think about it for a minute.
Yeah, I will.
You're listening to Morning Crankers, proudly produced without filters, fact checkers, or feelings. If you are emotionally triggered, please Google how to grow a spine. Please visit morningcrankers.com.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I had to grow one of those many a time. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to go with that one, Hans. That last topic.
Yeah, well, okay. So, anyways, folks, here on Morning Crankers, we want to stay as politically non-political as we can.
Yeah.
And that's probably the most political statement that I've said here today. Politically non-political.
And it is. Because literally we hold back a lot. Let's just be honest.
Well, I mean, we do, but at the same time, this show's a comedy show. Yeah, we talk about issues and, we want to make people think. But at the end of the day, what I have found is the strongest congruence in ideology about happiness is at the human level. You know what I mean? Like, I've talked with multiple people. I've talked with the illegal families that are here. And you know what? We both came to the same agreement that we all want the same things. Like, we want to be happy. We want to have a little bit of money. We want our bills paid. We want our kids to do something great in the future. And a lot of times that runs parallel to the agendas of people on both sides, right?
It is. It's almost like we get turned against each other for no reason.
Exactly. Yeah. So, it is what it is. But I want to thank everybody for being here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Hans, you did forget a segment.
Oh, what was it?
You was going to ask or Ed something.
I was.
You was.
I was going to ask you something.
Oh,
I was.
Yep.
It's like
our Ask Red segment. We done forgot.
Yes.
We got too political. See, we got to back off of it.
I'm going to look through my papers here.
Okay. This happens, folks, when you're doing a live podcast.
It does. You better remind me. Just whisper it.
And you forgot. Yes. Okay.
Okay, you know that question that I was going to ask you?
Yes. The one you were going to ask me?
All right, I'm going to ask you, but it's going to be an invisible question. Okay, I'm really going to do it, but I'm going to hit mute, and then I need you to give the answer, and then people can email us at morningcrankers@gmail.com. And
see if I gave the right answer, huh?
Yeah, there you go. So are you ready? I'm going to say,
ready.
All right, hang on.
I'm ready.
Okay, give me your answer.
The show is over.
Yes, okay. That's awesome. Is that what that means?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what they say. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Anyways, we love you. Thank you for listening to Morning Crankers. Remember, go over to morningcrankers.com and check us out on your favorite podcast hosting platform.
That's right. Catch a little grad, catch a little hands on the mornings.